here we actually do not have this event day, but since you do a project, you need to have a deliverable date or the submissions date for any project, for any assignment. You need to have a submission. So since inside your slide, if you refer back to the slide, so in this slide you can take a look on your informations inside this dependency. On item number 13 need to have a FS. So when we have a FS here, meaning that it must have the deliverable or the link to the next task. You have to ensure that this part had to be included. So this is the item number 14. I add a new one. So you can add letter, so event day with a 0 duration. So 0 durations represent for milestone. Okay, so this is have to be at the end of the item number 13, where it has the finish to start link. Buttons appear here. Alright, so you can take a look on the task dependency is finished to start. Yeah, so that is how you change the dependency, by clicking the double click on the line here. So that is the dependency. So I have this another two haven't been linked, so I highlight these two. So this is how you create the dependency. And then go to entire project. So when you have this entire project functions, it will help you to see the overall project in the one landscape view. So it will be appropriate for you to print or to save it in PDF. And you can, so this one, this is the time scale, just in case you want to change back to the original position, which is on the major time scale. You can change the weeks into a unit by weeks. You can change this label represented by this many types of label, but you just use the one. And the count one, as I mentioned before, if you use count one, you can see every of your week will be appear every each of the week of the month and throughout the project. So this is for the major task. For the minor time scale, if we use week, usually we will use by days. So by days, you want it to be every day, or each of the day will be appear in the Gantt chart. So you will change this, reduce to count one. Okay, and then you also can change the label of how is it appear in the time scale layout. Okay, for example like this, click OK. So this one will be appear here. So you, okay, that is the good way of your printing format, or you want to set the format later. Just proceed to the second slide, the second section, sorry. So where we have to learn of how to setting project to auto schedule, setting project informations from start to finish date, and then how to set the non-working day. So this is the few of the things that you can change in the non-working functions. I will show after this, and how to set this WBS. So basically, I just use our on default setting of the calendar, and you still remember that we have a holiday on the 1st June. So this part, I have to set this as a non-working day, so meaning that the people is being exempt from working. So we have to use these exemptions. So I click inside the calendar, number 1 June, and then you have to fill these informations. Okay, you add the informations here, so you can do it now. Holiday, Agung's birthday, start date is the 1st June, finish by 1st June. Click details. You can see that set working time for these exemptions as non-working, and then the recurrence pattern, of course it only happen actually by yearly. Yeah, it's yearly, but you can also set it just as first day, or only one day, or every once in a week, or every once in a month, and yearly. But for daily, we just have to use number 1 here. Or if you have a holiday or 2 days, so you can change it to 2 days. But in this case, we just use 1. But for the range of recurrence, since it's the birthday, we can just set up this like this. So start on Tuesday, and it will end after only 1 appearance. So when you only have occur in a one time, so it will be occur in one time. So in the 1st June, you can just put it here. Still also the same things. After you have finished that, click OK button. Then click OK button after you have finished. So you can see from the legend on this calendar, on the gray or the Tiffany color here will show that the calendar is set by non-working day. So that is one example of the how to set a non-working day. Click OK button. Okay, take a look on your Gantt chart. Inside the Gantt chart, in the default setting, so you can change this color of your Gantt chart. How to do on changing the color of the non-working bar inside the Gantt chart? You have to click right click on the mouse and then choose not working time. So you can see the non-working bar will be appear. So behind taskbar, you can see from this the original one, it will be gray, isn't it? So you can change this into, for example, color, and then change the pattern, this solid. Okay, then we have this green shade as for the non-working day. This will be representing of the day that we will not work. So this is Tuesday just now, then this is Saturday, and this is Sunday. we have to set the project from start date and finish date. To set the project on start date and finish date, as I have shown you before this, you just have to click again inside the project informations, schedule your project from start date or finish date. When you have the date for the finish date, you can set it here by clicking this drop down button and then select which of the required date for submissions. For example, perhaps maybe 24 August and so forth. Yeah. Thing is, let it be, and then inside the default setting, click OK button. Weekend working hours. So to set the working hours, also using the same step where you have set for the change working time here. Yeah, in the side of the work week, you can choose any weeks here, and then you can add the informations inside this table for work weeks. And for example, you also can have an exemption, and there is a case where people only have to work on a half day. For example, I just add a half day work. This one, half day work at 2nd June, click details, then set working time for these exemptions. So we can just delete this. In recurrence pattern, maybe weekly or daily, it's okay. We just have to choose every one day and click OK. Then you have a slightly different color there. Exemptions, working time for 2nd June. It's since starting from 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. Click OK button. It's just a small gap that have a free time that people are not working at this time. I'm going to delete this. To delete these exemptions or this working time, you can highlight this, click this one of the last exemptions, half day work, and then click delete button. Click OK button. So it will be returned to the original path. Yeah. Okay, set up WBS. To set up a WBS, you also using the same tab project. Inside these properties, drop down button, drop down, define number, click level 1 here, and click number in bracket ordered. Click OK button. After that, if I want to delete it, to delete it is actually just by pressing the key delete at the keyboard. But since I do not have the object here, I do not have the object here, the object indicator. So you can see here, right? So what I can do is just I right click again and then insert column. So when I have the column, it will ask me to type column name. So type the column here, then just type WBS. So, and then you have this WBS will appear in the searchable selection. So you choose searchable WBS selections. If you're not seeing the number, you click this one. Yeah, click the drop down button, renumbered WBS code for entire project. Click OK button, and you will see the WBS number will be appear here. So far, are you okay? If you're okay, please notify me in the YouTube chat. Yeah, so you can see on the slide, there are a few informations that it will be refreshed back whatever that you have learned. Units of measurement of your duration. This is will help you to set the durations for the task. Okay, you not only specifically to change the durations to days or weeks, but you can also set the duration to minutes, hour, and month. But depends on your project, so you can use this a few measure for your durations that you can use for the project. So the second sections, you need to set up your project information on the 16th June, but this will be changed to 21, and this is 21. Schedule the project from start date, and we also have to include changing the working time by adding exemptions. Independence Day on 4th July 2021, and company anniversary 11 August 2021. So you can do this together. Project informations. So just now inside the slide it asks you to change it into 16 June, isn't it? So you just have to set this to Wednesday 16. When we have this set up, so the current date also need to be changed, so we can change it. Okay, start date, current date, Wednesday 16 June 21, and start date 16 June 21. So the others selections, so just let it remain like this. Click OK button. When you have the change of your informations, take a look on your Gantt chart. So in order to be automatically jump to the task, you can go to taskbar. Go to scroll to task. So this will help you to cross throughout the task that we have here. So you don't have to use the scroll bar and drag it to the right side, because sometimes it will be dragged quite far to the right side. So it already changed it here. So this is 16 June. Second, we have to add non-working day, isn't it? Okay. So I just remove this. the Gantt chart appear in your screen, you can use this scroll bar here at this side at the bottom of your project view, and you can see the shade gray is added extended here. This is number 1, Independence Day, just now. Okay, and then another one will be August, 11 August. So 11 August supposed to be here. So second section, so let's talk about modify project schedules. We already have done it. And then new WS column, we also have set up this, our new WBS column. This is the column now. Okay, you done your part creating WBS column for your entry task. So that is goes for the second section. So you have learned of how to insert your task inside the entry bar, column and row. You also have learned of how to change the working time, and then you also know how to set up for WBS. You also have to know of how to change the layout of the time scale, and then you also have to learn of how to arrange everything. Click resource sheet. So I give you time to fill all the informations. Just in case, yeah, just in case if your currency here, so you can see the currency is in the dollar sign, right, or pounds. So you want to change it to a ringgit Malaysia. So you have to change the currency. You have to click display. So currency, change this here, drop down button. So find MYR. So MYR represent Malaysian ringgit. MYR. So you can see the symbol will be changed here. Placement, disable digit. And then I think that's all. Click this. Both is okay. If you click on the cost tab here for the resource name, you can change it here, 500 for example. Okay, that is the one way. The way is you just hit here, then click enter. So 100 per hour, 500 per hour. Okay, for example, resource name, this is you will be assigned to do a work or do a task on task number 1, number 6, number 10, junior, and task number 2, and follow until the end. Khadija will be responsible to carry out task number 7, 8, and 9 here. So you can follow by the UWBS just now. This is the reference. To do that, you have to click Gantt chart again in this view. Click Gantt chart. But before that, maybe you have to move the split bar to a little bit to the right side, so you can see the resource name column will be appear here. So it will be helping us to tracking who are responsible for each task. So click resource, assign resource. Okay, task. So you can see informations. This is for the assigned task for detailed current status, and then click assign button. And you also have to add another task that been assigned to your name, number 6 and number 10. So number 1, number 6, and number 10. So I just select this in the entry bar. So make sure your name is highlighted, and then you click the assign button for task sign contract. Okay. So you can close this window, assign resource. You can check. Not only that, you can go see what happened inside your Gantt chart. So you can see that your name will be appear on the right side of your taskbar. This will be indicated that you are representing on doing this task. Yeah. This part I have shared with you on this thing. This is you will learn of how to set your task to a summary task button and set the task here to a subtask. So few if the informations you can see, this is the example of this version project management. The symbol will be like will look like this. This is the representing summary taskbar. In order to insert summary task button, you have to include it from insert summary taskbar inside the taskbar under insert group. When you look at this, yeah, so when you have the outline numbers for summary tasks at the highest levels, for example like analysis, design, installation, training and marketing, you can see at the result is based from when you insert summary task under taskbar inside the insert group. So I want you to include that. Yeah, I want you to insert of this summary task inside of this entry bar. So you look at here, analysis, design, installation, training and marketing. These are the summary tasks, not a resource name, but these are the summary tasks. This is the this is the original, so you can look at the slide. This is the original. For example, analysis is a major task or summary task for task number 2, 1 and 2. So I give you an example. After this you can do your own. I will highlight these two. Okay, I highlight these two, then I can click this insert under taskbar, highlight these two, here is this summary, scroll to bar, so you can see there are new task name appear. So you rename this. Can type analysis, so this is the example, then click OK. So this will be fall under summary task of analysis, and this is the subtask for the analysis part. So that is what it means by the task number. So you have to know that under design, so this is will be appear like this. So you have to follow up how to do it. If you have any question, you can ask me again in the group